The Ros Tapestry Project is a major community arts and history project centred on the town of New Ross in County Wexford, Ireland. The project is dedicated to producing a tapestry in 15 panels which tells the story of the coming of the Normans to Ireland in the 12th century, and the foundation of the important town of New Ross at the beginning of the 13th century. Each tapestry panel is approximately 4.5 feet deep by 6 feet wide and tells of a unique aspect of the epic story. 6 panels were finished for an exhibition in 2007 and a further 6 panels are now completed. History of the project. Beginning. The project began in May 1998 with an idea to make a tapestry telling the story of the coming of the Normans to Ireland in tapestry form and to hang this tapestry in the historic St Mary's Church of Ireland Church in New Ross. The idea originated with the rector of the church, Reverend Paul Mooney, who then consulted with Alexis Bernstow, an art historian and professional in the field of tapestry and fabric restoration. Over the summer of 1998, Mooney and Alexis Bernstow consulted with local artist Ms. Raelton Murphy to create a visualization of how the tapestry could be best displayed in the Church of Ireland parish church. At the time, the focus of the tapestry widened from the story of the Norman expansion into Ireland in the latter part of the 12th century to include the founding of the important town of New Ross at the beginning of the 13th century. A provisional list of 15 themes for tapestry panels was outlined, as well as the measurements for the panels to be hung from the gallery of the late Georgian, early 19th century church. Countess Anne Griffin Bernsdorf, professional artist and mother of Alexis Bernsdorf, was approached to consider designing the tapestry and offered to paint the cartoons for the 15 panels. Countess Bernsdorf began with some experimental pieces in the autumn of 1998 and a draft plan for the project was produced and circulated at that time. Planning. In the spring of 1999, a small committee of people began to plan for the project in earnest, and New Ross lawyer Simon Kennedy freely gave of his time and services to draft articles of association for the project and to register the project as a company limited by guarantee without shares. This not-for-profit legal status helped pave the way for applications for grants and for the successful application for status for the project. Painting. Meanwhile, following extensive historical research, Countess Bernsdorf painted the cartoon for the first tapestry panel which depicted the Hook Lighthouse in the medieval era. This lighthouse is the oldest continually serving working lighthouse in Europe and was founded by monks in the early Middle Ages as Christianity came into Southeast Ireland. This panel was given to a group of volunteer stitchers in Fethard-on-Sea in early 2000, as there is a policy to locate the creation each panel close to the historical location, and this panel was completed over the next 3 years. Alexis Bernsdorf supervised the training of stitchers and the coordination of the production of the tapestry panel and served in this capacity on all tapestry panels. Stitching. From 2000 to 2012, 12 panels have been produced by the extraordinary commitment, skill and esprit de corps of the voluntary stitchers. These panels of the Hook Lighthouse produced in Fethard-on-Sea, William Marshall and Isabel de Clare hunting in the forest around New Ross produced by the Davidstown Clonrush group. The Gothic Glory panel depicting the building of the original 13th century street, Mary's Church in New Ross produced by the Bournemore New Ross group and the Italian bankers at the quay in 13th century New Rossport also produced by the Davidstown Clonrush group. The abduction of Dervishla, stitched near Ferns, Wexford, the siege of Wexford at Wexford Town, the landing at Bannockton Cannon Fort, the flower of chivalry at Crosserbeck, Wexford, the marriage of William Marshall Rachel and Isabel de Clare at Bunclody, ex-voto Tintern Abbey, at Pulford, Fethard-on-Sea, and the Distaff Descent, the Sheaf of Corn, at Bournemore, New Ross. Over the last 14 years, 150 voluntary stitching on panels at various locations in County Wexford and at one location in County Kilkenny in Ireland. In many cases, people have agreed to let a room of the house be used for up to 4 or more years as a location for the stitching of panels.